Hello, gentlemen. Hope you're all having a great day, and I hope you're working towards building the life that you want. Today's video is going to be about single moms and why you should avoid them at all costs. So today we're on Reddit, and we're looking at the subreddit r/single moms. And if you guys look through here, and you will you'll run into some of the most disgusting and horrific reads that you could possibly imagine. I wouldn't recommend it unless you really want to black pill yourself on single moms. And being a single mom, my opinion on this, you shouldn't be a single mom. There should be very few single moms out there. There should be none. In a perfect world, would be no single moms. Now, the reason that a lot of single moms are avoid accountability is because they're not really given a whole lot of accountability. A lot of people like to pretend that single moms are victims. And, you know, obviously some of them might be, but honestly, most of them are not victims. They are simply living in the world that they created for themselves. And they're seeking sympathy and empathy, and they're seeking free support and a free ride just because they put themselves in between a rock and a hard place. And we will read about this here. There's a lot of instances where single moms will hook up with a guy that they say is abusive, and then they'll have a kid with him, which begs the question, oh, if he's abusive, why did you have unprotected sex with him? To which, you know, most of the time the reply is, oh, you know, because he's handsome. Well, no, they won't actually be honest about it. But they'll say, oh, I didn't think he was abusive. It's like, you know, so he just turned abusive afterwards? I imagine he did not. I imagine he was abusive, quote, quote, abusive when the relationship started. Let's read this article. Am I a bad person because I don't want to be a single mother? No, you're not. But, you know, the way to avoid that would have been to, you know, not spread your legs and have unprotected sex with an abusive person. I'm 19. The father is abusive. I know I shouldn't go back to him. I know my only options are to be a single mom or adoption. I didn't have any plans before the child. I'm not sure what kind of plans I would make for being a single mom. And I don't know what I would do with my life after adoption. Well, listen here. This one's very short. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Single moms are a huge red flag, probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest red flag in dating. You shouldn't do anything with a single mom. You should avoid them like the plague. And if you're going to have any relationship with them, you have to keep it absolutely brief, and you have to get out of there ASAP. You know, you have to get out of there. Seriously. You don't want to be with that person because you're cucking yourself. You're raising another man's kid, and you don't want to do that. If you're going to raise a kid, you want it to be your own kid. And I'm glad that more men are starting to understand that there's straight-up propaganda out there trying to convince you to be a real man and raise another man's kid. No, go fuck yourself. We're not going to cuck ourselves for your own convenience. But no, the father is abusive, and you know you shouldn't go back to him. Great, but he's abusive. Why did you let him tie you? I have a feeling that you like the way he looks, and you just let him do it a bunch of times. I mean, because it's pretty difficult to have a baby. It's really hard to impregnate someone. You know, I know there's accidents that happen, but most of the time, a chick only ovulates a certain amount of days. So you have to be having sex a lot in order to have a baby. So you have to be really irresponsible, and you have to really be using no birth control. I mean, there are so many ways to prevent a birth at this point. You can take the morning after pill, the Plan B pill. You can wear condoms. You can take actual birth control pills that aren't the Plan B pill. And there's just so many ways to prevent it. And, you know, if you're still getting pregnant, I don't know what to tell you besides you weren't responsible. And also, if you don't want him to be the father of your kid, why are you sleeping with him in the first place? You know, a lot of single moms don't like to be held accountable, and a lot of people will simp for single moms and say that they're the complete victims. It's like, no. If you look deeper, you'd understand that most single moms are 100% responsible for who they have sex with and how they become pregnant, and we should start treating them as such. So hold single moms accountable, and be careful out there, gentlemen, because they're after you. Well, maybe they're not after you, but women will try and get your time, your resources. Well, not all women, obviously. There are some exceptions to the rule, but a lot of women are after your time, energy, and resources. So be careful with that. Don't give it away sparingly, because you only have so much time, and you want to use it to the best of your advantage. Anyway, gentlemen, make sure you're out there doing the things you want. Seriously, eat some healthy foods, take care of yourself at the gym, go touch some grass, read a book, better yourself, do something to make yourself better today than you were yesterday, because competing with others is great, but competing with the person you see in the mirror is the ultimate competition, and you want to be better than the guy you saw yesterday. But anyway, hope you guys have a great one. Take care.